Hi, this is Sahil Vaid and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Even जो जिस तरीके से आपका ये होता है कि चुटकी में
शादी
that is hilarious man. That is hilarious. जो कॉन्फिडेंस है कि मतलब जिसको कहते हैं कि दैट आप झांसी में रह के दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा बिजनेस अगर कोई चला रहा है तो वो मैं चला
वो दैट्स ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस
चुटकी में चुटकी में शादी
कि हम तो this attitude I got. I spent time with some fruit sellers in Jhansi. I had gone to Kanpur for a play and I got an opportunity to go to Jhansi कि चलो film करनी है, we'll go to Jhansi and see how they speak and all.
Correct.
So I sit with fruit sellers. They are not afraid of anything. कहाँ से आए? मुंबई से. अच्छा बैठो. अच्छा ये बताइए कि क्या है यहाँ यूपी में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वगैरह का? अरे सारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हम ही तो हैं. हम केला बेचते हैं, लोग केला खाते हैं, काम पे जाते हैं. केला नहीं होगा तो कुछ नहीं चलेगा. Everybody is important. Everyone's important. ऑटो वाला says हम ही पूरी दुनिया चला रहे हैं. हम ऑटो चलाते हैं, हमको कोई पैसे का वो थोड़ी ना है. They all feel that they are the most important people. Right. So it's not just Somdev. It's everyone from Uttar Pradesh who's got this self-important, self-respect, right, which is unbeatable. Right. And that's why Somdev like चुटकी में शादी. एक साल में पूरे झांसी का नंबर 1 शादी की कंपनी होने वाला है हमारा. हाँ, तुम्हारी भी हम ही कराएंगे, देख लेना. So that is something that Shashank put in the script. All the punches and everything, I got them gift wrapped. Now my job was to deliver them. It's not a very difficult job, honestly.
कुछ डायलॉग्स आप प्लीज सुनाए. तो एक तो वो हवस वाला, बहुत ही घटिया एक्टर हो. 2-3 आप अगर आप सुनाओ.
बहुत ही घटिया एक्टर हो तुम. चेहरे पर हवस तुम्हारे साफ नजर आ रही है, कम करो. Because everyone's there, Ambarnath Bansal of all the people who have always been scared of.
Right.
And I'm trying to not look into his eyes and seeing if he's looking at me. Whenever he looks at me, I imagine in that dialogue, I take a pause. I imagine that Ambarnath Bansal has looked at me and that's why I smile in the middle of the dialogue. Right. Like, बहुत ही घटिया एक्टर हो तुम. चेहरे पर तुम्हारे हवस साफ नजर आ रही है, कम करो. And then Bhabhi looks at me. And Varun is too cute when he goes, शादी ब्याह के मामले बहुत कच्चे हैं. आप ही देख लो, हम फोटो देख के क्या करेंगे? It's all, in a performance you have to act. We are acting as if we are acting. It's funny, yes, but it's a very dicey area when you have to pretend an emotion or an expression that you're thinking something else, but you want to portray that no, we are not talking to each other. No, everything's fine. He doesn't know why not at all. Uncle, sab theek hai. Don't worry. Stop smiling.
Okay, now I was about to say Somdev. Now, Sahil, I think you owe your entire acting in a big way to Naseer sahab as well.
Yeah.
You worked with him in his theatre company and you do a lot of work along with him as well. A great guy and someone I think who has far more respect for theatre than the movies that he does. Most of the movies he's not happy with. He himself makes fun of them or he just is not really happy with them either. How much of a learning ground has been working with Naseer sahab, just observing him, just looking at him? And
89% of my life. Because I owe some credit to my parents as well.
Absolutely.
Because when Naseer sir took me in his theatre group, I did not know the intricacies of, I couldn't draw the line between, okay, the performance ends here and now life begins. I would mix these two effortlessly and that's not a very safe thing for an actor.
Bilkul.
We have examples of great actors who've lost their lives trying to portray a character. And as young actors, we always dream of doing characters which are extreme, We forget about the simple details. We forget about simple characters. That's where Naseer sir came in and he started letting me do theatre in his theatre group.
Absolutely.
The way he has indirectly nurtured all of us. Shashank used to be a student of Naseer sir as well. We had done a play together, me and Shashank. long back. It was called the Cane Mutiny Court Martial. And there are things, all these words that I say, emboss and refute and all these words, they are, I think, in a way, from the plays that I've done. And I would have never learned so much about a lot of things if I had not given myself up to theatre. There are plays like the Cane Mutiny Court Martial where I play a psychiatrist. I have no idea what a psychiatrist is, and then I go home and I read Sigmund Freud and I learn these difficult terms called essential balancing factor, compensating and adjusting. Normal people would probably not even understand, but there is one psychiatrist somewhere in the audience who would hear those lines said in a convincing manner, who's going to come back in the green room and say, you were really good. That's it.
Right, absolutely.
That's it. And Naseer sir is a selfless man. People don't even know what all he does for theatre.
No, absolutely.
Recently I found out he actually donates to smaller theatre groups so that they can keep running. I mean, nobody has to do that, right?
No, he loves theatre. He loves theatre, absolutely. And the best part is, he's a very real guy in many ways. If you read his book, his English is fantastic, but the fact is that it's very apparent that no one has proofread that book.
Yeah.
The language, even though his language is very good, but no matter how good you are in English, but still aap thoda bahut upar niche hota hai, and that is why you need the proofreader or whatever.
Yeah.
But that book has not been proofread. It is entirely by him. Those long sentences and this and that, the flowering language.
Not even English, not only English. His command on Urdu
obviously,
and his command on Hindi. Even Hindi.
Definitely must be.
People need to understand that Urdu and Hindi are two different languages.
Right.
We've merged them and we now call it Hindustani. And I don't know how he does it, but he does a play where he has a German accent. He's 2 minutes into the play, you forget he's Mr. Naseeruddin Shah. You see Albert Einstein. I fight my way into every play. Even if there's no acting job on the play, I would, use my technical finesse that I have.
And that's wonderful, actually. That is, I think,
to do music, lights, projection, whatever I can, so that I can see him perform.
I think that is wonderful, and I hope that you keep maintaining that, because मैं आपका इंटरव्यू पढ़ रहा था that I think your parents want you to have your feet firmly on the ground, and I think that's something which is always wonderful. Something about your father before I move on to rapid fire with you. Apparently, you needed some money at some point of time, and you asked for him, and he only had 700 rupees, and he said that he can give 400 rupees to you. He
had 1500, and he would give me 800, because the rest of the money he would require to book a train ticket back to Delhi. He was in Kerala on a tour, and this was a time when all my film school fee had been paid for, and this was a time when he had pulled out all the money that he had put in his small time business that he had, and all he was hoping for was collection from the clients, which he did himself. He didn't have any employees. He would source material himself, he would pack it himself, and he would dispatch it himself, and he would, in a matter of like a month, go to the client where he has sent the goods to collect the payment. And that was not an easy job, let me tell you. They would say, aaj paise nahi hai. They would say, kal aana. They would say, next month. And it's not easy, especially when your elder son has suddenly, gone off to Mumbai and he's following his dream, and not once before that moment where he didn't have money did he say that, no, I can't help you. He would always say, go, I'm there. He was my net if I was the trapeze artist.
Wow, that's a wonderful way. And apparently he is no more now.
He's no more.
But I'm sure that he is definitely watching you.
I hope so.